What's going on, everyone? So we're back doing another Dragon Ball Daima episode review, and man, dude, talk about a lore-heavy episode this week. My goodness, I was starting to get a little lost, in all of the new stuff that they added. Like, they added so much stuff. Like, the demon world apparently is now 3 demon worlds. It's separated, or I'm sorry, the demon realm, I guess I should say, is separated between 3 demon worlds, the first, second, and third. It seems that Shin, or Supreme Kai, is part of the second demon world, and in fact, he has a race. They're given a name called the Glins, something like that. Very interesting, brand new piece of lore information that had never been discovered. Glorio is supposedly from the third demon world, and King Goma is apparently from the first demon world, and apparently the first demon world is the main one, most notorious, etc., etc., etc. But yeah, we get some interesting lore because basically Supreme Kai and Goku go with Glorio so that they can be prepared to enter into the demon world. Well, there they meet, I believe his name is Void-sama, who is the giant fish that is able to teleport people to and from the demon world. Well, his name is Void-sama. Goku tries to make him mad by continuing to say he looks like a goldfish and other childish Goku things. One cool thing happens of Void-sama, because they're like, oh, we're going back to the demon world. He's like, I don't think, who's that with you? I don't think you have demons. And he's like, let me see their ears. And Supreme Kai, he's got his ears that are pointy, so it signifies he's from the demon world. But not Goku, right? Goku's got his human, or, Saiyan, humanoid, I should say, rounded ears. And so Supreme Kai uses his magic to elongate Goku's ears into a point, which I felt was very interesting. But apparently there's also a passcode that needs to be used so that you can be granted access there, which Kibito is supposedly coming after them, and he doesn't know that. So he tries to, signal to Kibito that, oh, there's a password, but it's too late, and they end up going in. I did notice that there were these 3 little coin door it's to signify Demon Realm 1, 2, or 3, but to me they look like little coin door entrances. Well, Demon World 1 is red, 2 is blue, and 3 is yellow. But the reason why they looked like they signified something to me is because they kind of looked like birds, or I could see a bird face or a beak forming. So I wonder if those were call-outs to Toriyama. I'm very curious. But they enter the demon world, and so do you guys remember in the trailer there was that it looked like hologram or something of a circle and a bunch of lines through it. It was a something. So apparently that is called a hole path. And what that does is it leads you directly from, because they're in the third demon world, it can lead you directly to the second and then obviously to the third as you continue to go down. But apparently they've made it harder to go down that hole over the years. They've added other things in there to make it... someone placed a shield of light over it, preventing passage that easily. Warp-sama is the name. I apologize. Not Void-sama. Warp-sama is the name of the fish. We do find out that Glorio does work in the first demon world, but we get an interesting shot of Shin, Supreme Kai, where he's asking him, what kind of work do you do? But the angle they're at his face and the way that his eyes are looking, it's very ominous. It's very almost like Supreme Kai can kind of tell that this dude's up to something. Because he's like, really? What kind of work? He's like, really? What kind of work? What do you do? you know. And he literally, his line, the line he says is literally, I just this and that, this and that. They do see a cool Deborah statue, which I think is very cool. I mean, obviously he was the king of the demon realm, so I mean it makes sense that he has his own statue. What is cool is that there's apparently a gas in the area that kind of makes it more difficult for them to move. So it's not necessarily like gravity. So it's not like that their arms are weighing a ton, but there's a gas in the air that's simply making it difficult to move. So I like that. I like that it's a bit of it's a bit of new stuff. I do enjoy that we have eye catches back, and they're so awesome. Basically, these ogres come up to try to, cut them off and mess up their stuff, but they end up killing them. They end up going to this planet to spend the night, and they end up going into a bar across the street to get hamburgers. Which they do. They end up getting, I'm surprised actually, they had hamburgers. They literally specify multiple times hamburgers. And it's not even like it's like a subtitle, they just throw it in there for the English audience. You can hear in the Japanese, hamburger. Like they are ordering hamburgers. And it's very interesting. Another thing that happens is basically these groups of thugs go up to them because apparently it seems that they're kind of not necessarily up to no good, but they can kind of tell that they're foreigners, so they're kind of like messing with them because of Goku's non-pointed ears. Well, they end up getting into a big fight. As a result, we get to see the first fight of Dragon Ball Daima, which is Goku fighting these thugs in the bar as they make a run for it. And then the episode pretty much ends with them getting ready to leave the town, only to find out that their ship was stolen. But I'm loving this so far. I'm having, guys, like, think about like My Hero Academia, the movie that just came out. Movie's cool, right? Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. Jujutsu Kaisen is awesome. You want to know how I would describe Dragon Ball Daima so far? Fun. Dragon Ball Daima is so much fun. I have been having non-stop fun every episode so far. And look, I love Dragon Ball so much. I love Dragon Ball almost more than anybody I know. But with that being said, Dragon Ball Daima, I mean, you still have to be critical, obviously. But Dragon Ball Daima legitimately is the most fun that I've had with an anime in a while, because this really does harken back to the old school days of Dragon Ball, all the way to the point where I don't know who composed the soundtrack. I'll find out. I don't think it's who did Supers. And the reason why I know I'm fairly confident it's not who did Supers, is because of how much it sounds just like Kikuchi. Like, the scene, actually, in the bar fight, I felt like I was watching Dragon Ball all over again, like in the 80s. It sounded just like Kikuchi's music. I was blown away. I was actually blown away. It sounded so good. The voice cast sounded great as usual. Goku has a few interesting moments in this. I don't know if him becoming small increased his immaturity. I felt there's one scene that happens when he's talking to not Void Sama. What did we say his name was? The giant fish. Again, not Void Sama. Teleport Sama or something like that, whatever his name was. Well, Goku keeps calling him a goldfish, and even after he's warned to not call him it, he keeps calling him a goldfish. Which I thought was, I know what it was. I know it's a joke. I just don't think, I feel like after the first Goku, shut up, he'd have shut up. But that's neither here nor there. That's just one small nitpick if I had to. But guys, I'm having so much fun with Dragon Ball Daima. It is the most fun I've had with an anime in quite some time. What are you guys thinking about Dragon Ball Daima? Leave those comments down in the description box down below and let me know. Let's get the conversation going, and I'll see everybody next Friday with the next Dragon Ball Daima episode, and next Saturday for the next Dragon Ball Daima episode review. I'll see everybody then. Bye. Thanks so much to Tamil Kent, Matt Harvey, Sean Diaz, Benny Hartson, DirecTV The Man, Ragnar the Nerdy Viking, John Smith, Smokey, King Ben _YT, DJ1I28, Ryan Wilkins, Kame Senin, Susan Simone for all becoming members. If you would also like to become a member, on my channel there exists multiple different tier levels, and you can pick out which one is best for you.